Acting Out presents The Bookgroup by Sarah Spilsbury, acted by members of the Acting Out Ensemble on 15th October 2020.
Well, here we go. I don't suppose anyone will turn up. No one said either way. It was a bad idea anyway. Oh, hello. Hi, Stevie. Thanks for joining the book group. Oh, hello, Ollie.
Hi. Oh, Stevie, you need to unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I sometimes think Zoom meetings are the modern equivalent of a séance. Can you hear me? Knock once for yes, twice for no.
Hello, everyone. How are you all today? Mainly good. Well, not good because there's so much to be angry about in the world right now, but good in myself, thanks.
Oh, I'm just relieved some people have turned up. I was convinced this was going to be a flop.
Don't doubt yourself. Happy vibes only here. Ollie?
Well, perhaps I better go then. I'm majorly pissed off. I mean, none of them know what they're doing, do they? And don't get me started on that orange prat.
Hi.
Hi, Lars.
Hi, Lars.
So what's the plan?
Well, I thought that seeing as people can't meet up, it would be nice to have an online book group. I thought that for the first meeting, we'd just talk about books that we've been reading and then maybe settle on one that we can all try and read for the next time, if there is a next time. I mean, this could be a disaster and who knows what might happen between now and next month.
I know. Boris needs to just shut everything down right now. And who knows what Trump will get up to. He might get re-elected.
I don't like him. He scares me.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I was smoking a spliff and lost track of time. Of course, there can be reasons for that.
Huh?
I can't really say why here. I don't know who might be bugging the conversation.
Can you show yourself to us, please, Dark Destroyer, or at least confirm who you are?
Why? Why should I?
Well, we don't want anyone hijacking the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, they did that to one of the Archers Done Digital meetups. Royful dealt with it really well, though.
Okay, it's me, Chris.
Chris?
Yes, Chris.
Okay. Well, I suppose we might as well make a start. Has everyone got a drink and did you bring a cake, like as in the invite?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to bake.
I've baked on everyone's behalf. I've made Victoria sponge carrot cake, simnel cake, coffee and walnut cake.
I bought a cake, but washed it in bleach so it doesn't smell too appetising.
Bleach? Whose advice are you following? Trump's?
And I read Station 11, Emily St. John Mandel. It's about a worldwide flu pandemic and it's really scary.
It sounds it. I read Why Am I No Longer Talking to White People About Race because like Black Lives Matter.
All lives matter.
Oh, but, well, I can't even be bothered to explain myself anymore, but that's so, like, not woke, but I kind of don't get it because the author says I think she identifies as she, they don't say, doesn't want to talk about race, but has written a whole book about it. Perhaps it was only supposed to be read by people who aren't white. I just managed to get a copy due to my privilege. Oh, and I made a rainbow cake. Oh, what vivid colours.
Looks like it'll glow in the dark.
Probably radioactive.
I read Wake Up by Piers Morgan. He reckons the attack on free speech is deadlier than COVID.
Could be right, mate. It's all a conspiracy.
And I didn't manage to make a cake either. I was too busy being outraged. In fact, I was so outraged, I was outraged by it, which is outrageous. Okay, who's up next?
I'll go. I didn't make a cake, but will hash brownies do? And I read What Planet Am I On by Shaun Ryder.
As in Shaun Ryder, the Happy Mondays Groovy Times. Who are the Happy Mondays? I'm a millennial. I only listen to Billie Eilish.
It's a top book, and they're real, you know?
I don't think anyone ever doubted that the Happy Mondays existed.
Oh, yeah, Bez is writing to Boris Johnson about the sorry state of the live music industry.
No, them. Greys, UFOs. They're out there. But I need to be careful what I say here, because I have good reason to believe that they might be trying to hack into my laptop.
Who? Aliens or the Happy Mondays?
Yes, them. Or the FBI. Them or some lizards. Or the Illuminati. Or the KGB. Or the RSPCA. Or the Inland Revenue.
Okay, it's good to keep an open mind, I suppose. Well, I was going to read Ulysses, but I wound up reading all of James Joyce, Dubliner's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, all the poetry, Exilia's Finnegas, Wake. Brilliant, just amazing.
Practically a degree. I just read the Alan Partridge biography, for a bit of light relief. Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm Ali, and I read An English Village Through the Ages by Jennifer Outraged, and I made Jill's lemon drizzle cake and some flapjacks.
Competition?
So, how's everyone's weeks been? I've got to say, I'm really worried about the area having been placed in Tier 2. We'll be going into Tier 3 any second.
Oh, can everyone stop banging on about the coronas? I came here to get a bit of light relief from all that.
How can you talk so trivially? The coronas, as if it's not an epidemic, but some do-what band or who do a great version of Duke of Earl.
Do what?
I dare say it's before your time, dear.
Don't patronise my generation. We have to put up with 0 hours contracts, which makes it really hard to pay for lattes and smashed avocados, to take selfies of ourselves, maintaining a permanent presence on Instagram, and put up with being accused of being a generation of whiny brats. Really, I hadn't noticed. I've been having far too fabulous a time on furlough, redecorating my house, building an extension which doubles as a market value, homeschooling my children in Latin and learning Cantonese.
Don't talk to me about Cantonese. It was someone shagging about in China that started all this nonsense.
Hey, I call racism.
Nah, it's just batty. Get it? Oh, suit yourselves.
It's not real. It's all a conspiracy. They sicken me, all these sheeple and mask jockeys.
It is real.
It is real. It's even reached
Ambridge.
Where?
I said all.
Oh, the Archers. I don't listen to it as such, but I only ever listen to Radio 4 or Radio 3. That's when I'm not making my various podcasts on crafting, yoga, and macrobiotic vegan clean eating.
They should have done more sooner, they were advised, but do they listen?
I wish I could just go down the pub.
Closing at 10, what good does that do? People will just start earlier or drink quicker. It's common sense. Piers Morgan said so.
I find Piers Morgan's mansplaining offensive.
I think that's the point of him.
I don't know if I feel safer or not now. I mean, at least it's clearer now what we're supposed to do.
Clear? It's about as clear as mud. Mind you, I switched off when Boris started waffling on Monday, got on my wick. What did I miss out on? Some choice bon mots in Latin?
Suppose schmoes. Is it worth it, this new normal, this fascist world of control? Fight for your rights, people.
What, so you were one of them anti-masker people who went down to Trafalgar Square the other month? Bet you're anti-vaccines as well.
I hope you took some flapjacks to throw at the fuzz like Jill did when they wanted to close a food bank down in Dorchester.
They give people autism.
No, I don't think flapjacks do that, but it would make a great storyline. You never have people with disabilities stay in Ambridge, though. They always ship them off to Birmingham.
You say it like it's a bad thing. We're all on a spectrum. I'm ADHD, have low-level anxiety, and I'm allergic to anchovies.
Low-level anxiety at a time like this?
I'm on Ambien and Prozac and Xanax.
All at once? Is that safe?
Chill out. Here, have a toke. Oh, sorry, nearly set fire to my laptop there. Oh God, it's not actually a portal to another world. Well, not on Zoom it isn't. Or is it?
What I don't get is how last week I could meet my mum for a coffee, but couldn't see her garden. Now I can meet her in her garden, but not have a coffee, because I can't go outside to use the toilet, and it's getting cold now.
It's a conspiracy. on the part of people who sell patio heaters.
6 makes sense.
Oh, yes, it does. That's another book I read along with every other Sherlock Holmes story Conan Doyle wrote.
I think you mean The Sign of 4.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, I read that as well. The Rule of Six was never published manuscript, which I found in the attic. Conan Doyle used to live in my house, and Mary Queen of Scots slept here as well.
Didn't she everywhere? Talk about the village bike. Whose bike? Has somebody stolen Lindisdale's bike? Has PC Harrison Burns, or as I like to call him, Carpet, been involved? There's no actual bike. It's just a metaphor.
What? Literally a metaphor?
Everything's a metaphor.
Well, I agree with Ali. I found the new normal confusing. Lockdown light was not for Loz.
Yes, the original lockdown was kind of nice, wasn't it? What? Lockdown Mark 1? It was horrific. I'll never get over it. My generation has been scarred for life. It's stolen my childhood.
Well, that was climate change. Still, Greta's keeping stum about all the disposable gloves and the harm they'll do to the environment, isn't she?
Yes, at least COVID-19 has given her a real problem to worry about. Climate change is a lie. It's a multi-billion-dollar worldwide industry created by fanatically anti-industrialist environmentalists.
Hang on. I thought you said that COVID wasn't real.
It isn't. I mean, it wasn't. Everything's an illusion. Or at least that's what they want you to think.
Well, I thought it fostered community spirit, the camaraderie of the queues.
What camaraderie? Do you mean everyone was pissed off at having to wait 2 hours to get into Tesco at the same time?
Oh, I don't know. There was quite a community spirit when the whole of Perry Bar one-stop car park joined in a rousing rendition of Why Are We Waiting?
I mean, things like this NHS clap. We clapped, we banged pots, we tested the fire alarms and then set off fireworks. Inside, I sustained burns, which required an ambulance to come round, and I was just so happy that I could clap NHS personally in person.
Don't. You're bringing back the explosion at Craig Gables. What with everything else going on in the world, I don't need the extra stress from the script writers putting Linda's life on a knife edge. It was proper touch and go for a while there. And my neighbours got the time wrong and did it at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock? Don't they know that's when the Archers goes out? I toyed with moving house, but then I remembered I could get it on sounds later.
It was a diversionary tactic to cause a feel-good factor, to prevent us from looking at what they are hiding from us.
Which is?
I don't know, do I? It's hidden.
What hacked me off, right, was that it was all about the NHS. What about the carers? What about the bin people? What about the teachers? What about the postal workers? What about the prison wardens? What about the police? What about shop workers? What about bus drivers? What about ice cream van drivers? What about Boris Johnson? Oh, hang on.
It worried me when he got ill. If it can happen to him, it can happen to anyone. We're all doomed.
I laughed when Trump said he got it.
Someone unfriended me and deleted my social media posts because I called them out for calling everyone who wished death on Trump as vile and sick.
He wasn't really sick. It's a publicity stunt to make him look like the second coming.
No. If you check it, there's far too much of it in the White House for him to dodge it.
He just threw a sickie, stuck a thermometer under his armpit to get a day off school. Anyway, it's his own fault, not following guidance and avoiding wearing a mask. No better than Dominic Cummings and Goings.
Kind of throws that rave I held into relief. I held another one in Liverpool on Tuesday. There's a Laura love up there. Oop.
The non-elected modern-day Rasputin should be shot. Not that I usually condone violence, but that was well out of order. Should have been made to stand down. And his puppet, Johnson.
I quite like that Rishi Sunak. There, I've said it. I was so disappointed that the meal out on Dishy Rishi wasn't literally on him.
It wasn't on him, he just went Dutch. Only for 1 month on certain days of the week in participating venues, and if you're prepared to implicate yourself by saying something good about the Tories, by liking the idea.
If you want something Dutch, I've got some great gear for Amsterdam.
We didn't bother. I like to make a 10-course banquet each night myself. Some of my creations quite put Heston to shame. Do you like my masks, by the way? I've made about 1,382 and a half now. I'm in the middle of making one right now. Can you make one for me in the colours of the polysexual and gender fluid pride flags, with a nod to the aromatic spectrum that also respects my allyship with famed communities? Seriously, there's some stuff even I can't pretend to attempt.
Does anyone know about testing or the app? Is it safe? I'm not sure if it's safe.
The government shouldn't be coercing people into this.
I, for one, will not be getting the app. Why do I want the man to track my every move?
The man, that is so binary. Hashtag gender fluid, hashtag 57 genders.
Heinz 57 varieties. Pull the other one, it's got bells on. No, Chris, I won't be getting it either. I have no luck with tracking apps on my phone.
What kind of phone is it? I'm sort of tech savvy. Perhaps I can help. Oh no, sorry, mate. That's so old-fashioned. Even Jacob Rees-Mogg would ask if you got that excavated from Sutton Hoo.
Play nice, children, even if Ollie does have a pants phone.
Anyway, it is a man. I don't want the person I'm banging's other half knowing about it.
When are we going to start about talking what we're all here for? It's nearly 7 o'clock.
So, yes, what book or books do we want to read over the coming month?
Books? What do I care about books? I came here to discuss the Archers, about what people think about Philip and the horses, and what Vince Casey's doing trying to chat up with Elizabeth.
But this is a book group.
So we stopped the Archers Forum. Sorry, I must have hit the wrong link. Sorry. Well, that's it. I'm leaving the group. We call that a flounce.
Thank goodness for that. I was sick of hearing about the imaginary people, imaginary Ambridge.
No, it's real. It's on Radio 4.
So any suggestions for the next book? Anyone? Please? Oh, the 40 minutes is up.
In the book group, Paranoid Pat was played by Sarah J. Snowflake Stevie was played by Matt. Outraged Ollie was played by George. Konspiracy Korner Kris was played by Simon. Virtue Signalling Vic was also played by Matt. And Lockdown Loz and Archers fan Ali were played by Sarah Spilsbury. The book group was written by Sarah Spilsbury and is a Spill production.
Wow.